But still, we will have to put a stop to this peacock. His parents must be pure ashamed of him, I'd say. In fact, I can categorically tell you that they are. Well, I told Mr. Butterfly here they are anyway. Sure, it's my truth anyhow. The last straw for me was when he put on the makeup. Sweet Lord divine up above, I warned him not to put on the bloody makeup. Yep, his parents are most definitely pure ashamed of him. Shh, here he comes. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. You're not hearing anything there, is it? Jesus, my head has gone mad. Gremlins on the brain all the time. Anyhow, stop ranting, Skull. Not to pat myself in the back or anything, but my parents are pure proud of me. Aren't you, lads? I think it goes back to that time you caught me playing with the My Little Ponies and wearing the makeup, was it? I could see the pride in your eyes. Pardon the pun. So, I've talked a little bit about my brother Shane, my partner in crime. We've talked about Darren, who exists in the future. Talked about my brother Paul. Don't worry, we're all on ceasefire now. So it's time to talk about the parents. And they're here tonight, which is, I don't know, I better be delicate. So the great Martin and Liz Scully, it is nice to have you here. I will be delicate. We're going to go with the stick and the carrot approach. First, we're giving the stick, then we get the carrot. Better repeat that. Lots of stick, but we will get to the carrot. Okay. So Martin Scully, anyway, my dad, brilliant teacher, old stock. Taught by pure fears. No, respect. Freudian slip that, Freudian slip. Now, the title I'm going to give on this story is called The Nuacht. I need some sound effects when I say the note. The Nuacht. Something ominous and evil. Because for a certain generation of us that had to do this exercise called the Nuacht, we still have nightmares and it builds a lot of trauma in our lives. By the way, did Dad teach anybody in here? Of course he did. My dad taught honours class, boys. Will you stop? Will you stop? Will you stop? Boom, boom. Huh? Owen, you may have qualified, but you'd have been putty in my father's hands, let me tell you. So anyway, I'm going to describe the Nuacht. Oh, this is... It brings back memories. So the idea of the Nuacht was Dad would send his Irish students home. There was no Teenage E at the time. In fact, the Nuacht was the only Irish language programme on TV. So the idea was that we hear a bit of Irish. We were sent home twice a week, not sent home, but you did for homework. And you had to watch the Nuacht in Irish and write down 2 stories that you heard. Harder than you think now. Dad's class, I describe it in modern terms like the weather warnings. You could get a code yellow. You could get a code orange. Or if the day is a giving day, you might get the beautiful code red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe, using myself as the protagonist, how to produce all these 3 colours in my photo. I will use myself as the protagonist, because it would be wrong if I threw somebody else under the bus. For example, is Darren Scully here? Goody good shoes, Darren. I would never ever reveal that your generation made use of the newly introduced subtitles and just copied your work. Huh? I'd never do that, that was bad form. Anyway, so here's my attempt at describing the code yellow. So I'd go home and I'd do the Nuacht. So picture me at home, exercise book in my hand, pencil ready to go, licking the pencil. For no particular reason, only I think it fits the story. I needed to, Mam used to record it on video for us. Do you remember that? One run through wasn't enough for me, so here we go. fuck was that? Rewind that. Second run through will be better. I better slow this down. Yeah, that's a great story there. I haven't a clue what I'm saying. That won't matter. Just say it as you heard it. So the following day, anyway, you arrive in, and Dad would say, Gary, can I have your own, please? The cocky kid, no bother. Da-la-la-la. Da-la-la-la. Da-da-da. And then I'd wait there for my pat in the head. Sure, he'd explode into a cold yellow. Now why it was only a cold yellow is because I actually did the Nuacht there, I just did it terribly, so we took it on the chin. If Dad laughed, we laughed. If he stopped, we stopped. You just read the mood. So anyway, that's the code yellow. Let's push it up a bit. How would you get the code orange out of him? You have to be a bit more devious. You have to start telling lies, and my father hates lies. You had to be brave. You had to do what I like to call a makey-uppy. And that took bravery. You had to deliver it well. But I was up to the task. My go-to makey-uppy was on Tushkart, the north. The troubles were raging at the time. Gary, could you read out yours? Yeah, no problem, I am. On Tushkart, the north. Flesk booma email ferishta inye. A bomb exploded in Belfast yesterday. And then I'd get a bit emotional and get into the second one. Don't worry, it will on be. A lot of people were murdered. And I just wait there for the pat of that. Boom! The code orange. My dad has many things, but he's not bloody stupid. Bomb Belfast would make world news, so he knew I was lying. That would produce the code orange. Now let's get on to the glorious code red. This needs a little setting up. First of all, there was a forbidden story in the Nuacht. Shane, Paul or Darren, can you remember the forbidden story? Revoice Nation Heimstra, the weather forecast. Now, see the way it sticks in the brain? I'm not making this up. We're all damaged from it. We should have got counselling. We didn't. Revoice Nation Heimstra was the forbidden story. Now, granted, you did say that, and I'll give you this. If you're really stuck, you can do the Revoice Nation Heimstra, which translates means don't you ever give the Revoice Nation Heimstra. So that's the first thing. The second thing was how Dad delivered this section of the class. It was a thing of beauty. He used to start with his student par excellence, his prime bull Gaelgore that we all hated. Now I was trying to, I don't want to mention who it was. Jesus, I don't want to give the game away. So I was trying to come up with a really clever derogatory name. Listen to some of the names I was thinking of. I thought I was so clever. First one I went with, Lick Arse Mickey. That's a porn star name, you can't go with that. Then I said, come on Skull, come on. Suck up Shawnee. Jesus, that's Lick Arse Mickey's brother. And then I said, come on Skull. And it goes, Studley Stephen. I said, even that was... So look, we'll go with Studious Stephen, alright? Stephen, can you read out yours? They always have glasses on, don't they? Pushes them up there. Most beautifully well-inflectioned, guttural tone, perfect story from the Nuacht. We fucking hated him. Oh God. Dad proud as punch. Thank you, Stephen. And patted him on the head like that. And then Dad worked down through the hierarchy. I was about mid-range. Just for devilment, if he was on code yellow, some days I'd push him into the code orange and let the runts of the litter produce the code red. So let's jump to the runt of the litter. Let's call him Nervous Johnny. John, could you read out yours? Nervous Johnny, very nervous. Voice breaking a little. The temperature immediately dropped 20 degrees. The air turned blue. So we continued on, each word sounding a little more traumatic. Big shape, fluff, August, or a morrock. It will be cold and wet tomorrow. Contradicted by the heat wave we were having outside. And the sun beating in. Boom, the cold rain. If I explained the code red in details, poor Dad would have to be arrested. So we can stop there on that. With a little end note that Nervous Johnny enjoyed his year down in the nut house in Clonmel. He felt he gained from it. All he has now is a little twitch every now and again. And has been heard to go, oh, brave punch me. Anyway, thank you, Dad. Great story. That's a great story. Now, Dad, you're probably on a code orange. Let's go back to the code yellow. Let's get back to the code yellow. This year you will see me, I'll be in a white shirt and a red tie. That's how Dad used to teach. Owen, me and you wear shirts and ties. We get slagged off by all our colleagues. You need to go up there and tell them, so did Martin Scully. Martin Scully's going to come and kill me. This is Dad down through the days. Never be glum, old man. You had a life to desire. You stood on the shoulders of giants, merely to push the bar higher, till alone you stood, peerless and brilliant, the best of a generation, daring to be different. Armed with jokes, diffusing all tensions, lobbing knowledge grenades, anecdotes, penetrating questions. You had a style that could not be ignored. The giant of a little man, cranky but adored. Never be glum, old man. Take pleasure in your crew. We inherited that glint in your eye. Were many versions of you. No wonder we all want to successful be. Sure, apples rarely fall far from the tree. You're going to rage at the dying of the light. Your Galway heart, pumping lean and blood, will fight. And I hope the images of your life do flash, reminding you of your halcyon days, a man with class. Never be glum, Dad. Be nothing but proud. I hope you see, you stand up from the crowd. Indeed, Dad, never be glum. You taught us all how to play your killer hand. You have succeeded. You have won. Never be glum, old man. Take pleasure in your crew. We inherit that glint in your eye. There were many versions of you. You had a life. No wonder we all want to successful be. Apples rarely fall far from the tree. Peerless and brilliant. You're going to rage at the dying of the light. Your Galway heart pumping lean and blood will fight. And I hope the images of your life will flash, reminding of your halcyon days. A man with class. Father, husband, grandfather, teacher, golfer, dancer, book writer. Listen to that lad, he knows what he's talking about. I tried here to bring out a modern code red. I went into the father with the phone and a stick. Come on, old man, give us one for the road there. Come on, old man, come on, code red, come on, 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 come on. Thank you.